Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And he got it all cleaned up out of here except for some stragglers here and there. But for the bulk of it, he pulled it out. They hauled it off Friday and Saturday. Ended up with 18 trailer loads and 6 triaxle loads of firewood. So I think overall that was pretty good, you know, considering I'm topping them and scavenging out the ratty firewood, and of course had to get started working on some edge trees. And so yeah, that's pretty good. That's about a 7-8 load a day, I guess, something like that, because he's getting the same amount for the triaxle load of firewood as he is for the logs. So, well, the log firewood anyway. So since he's got it all cleaned up now, we're going to go down. We're going to work on that hillside down by the road and the edge of the field until I can get ahead of him and can't cut no more without burying them, and then I'll move on to someplace else. But since he's caught up to me, he's, you know, we're going to see. Hopefully he can stay right with me, and that'll be a little bit less double handling the logs. You know what I mean? I can just kind of cut them and throw them behind me and roll on to the next tree. But so yeah, I'm curious to see how the day works with the skidder staying right with me like that. Ought to be interesting. Well, I'm getting brave. Driving the service truck down in the woods. I don't know, yeah, you can see the cutter in the mirror there. I gotta bring another, I can't bring my service truck tomorrow. I'll bring my pickup. I got a place to go tomorrow after work, so I need my pickup. So instead of tracking that cutter all the way out here, I figured, I came down this road at the end of the day last week before I changed the teeth, and I cut all the stumps down really low for 2 reasons. One, so he can get around with the skidder without beating himself to death, since we make a little better time, go a little faster. And then so I could get the truck down in there. So far it worked pretty good. You just gotta watch where you're going. There's a couple of them stumps I cut down low. Still ain't quite low enough to straddle with the pickup, but they're low enough now you can run the tire up on them. But that saved a lot of tracking. Well, we're just out here flopping and topping. I worked my way down the hill. Actually been up down that hill twice now. I get to where I put as much on the ground down there as I can, not bury it, and then I come up on top and work for a little bit until he catches up to me, and then I'll work my way back down. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm working my way back down the hill. Oh, now you can see the woods has disappeared. It's gone. It's all gone. I'm glad we ain't hand cutting all this. I'll tell you the other thing that's nice with this cutter, you put everything in one direction. So we're not, you know, if you was hand stumping this and you wasn't working right with the skidder, you'd have, you know, trees laying all different directions. And most of these trees now that I got up on the crown of this hill are leaning the wrong way. But I'll tell you, I've gotten pretty good at this thing too now. It's like I said, seed time. I hand cut one tree down in that bottom and pushed it with the cutter because it was a big tree hanging over the road. And then there was another one down there behind it, leaning real hard over the road. And what I did, instead of punching the front of it, like making a face cut on it, I cut it and pushed it off, you know, you wasn't going to get it cut all the way off. It was too big, but it pulled it out of the stump, so I didn't have to, you know, it didn't hurt nothing. I'll tell you, if I didn't have to scavenge the firewood out of these bigger trees, man, I bet you I'd put 10 loads a day on the ground probably. If not more than that. In a clear cut job like this where you're just cutting every one of them anyway. I'll tell you the other thing I've gotten good at too. Like these trees here. Oh, I'll show you what I'll do. But I won't screw it up. These trees here are leaning. They're leaning down in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them, roll the head back, push the butt out, the top up over the. Oh, this one's dead anyway. This one won't do it, but I've been dropping the tops of these dead ones all over the top of my cutter. Come on, turn, man. Alright, we'll do it with this one. Let's do it with this one here. I'm going to go in, grab it, roll the head back, and when I get it cut off, shove the butt forward real quick. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Well, that worked. Not as smoothly as I've been doing, but it worked. Uh-oh. Dead one fell down. This one here is a little bit bigger. What the top's doing up there. This one here, I'll just try to shove it to my left a little bit. Oh, I didn't cut that one off all the way. Yeah, I didn't quite get that one. I should have double punched that one. Where there once was a woods, now there is nothing. Still got a lot to do. At that whole edge down there by the road, this whole woods goes. So I still got plenty to do. But I'm up on top of this knob. It's actually a really nice view. Be a cool place to put a house. Especially when all these are gone, the sun comes up over there at sunrise from yesterday, comes up over there. That'd be a nice place to put a little house on top of this knob. All right, I'm gonna tackle this big old white oak. Actually, I'm gonna get over a little bit more. The guy I'm working for sold this whole job to the guy I used to cut timber for. Or I was cutting timber for before I teamed up with that buddy of mine. So I get here this morning, the guy I'm working for comes up to me, he says, well, I'm not gonna mention the guy's name, but anyway, he's complaining about my tree cutter already. Complaining. I bet since I've been here I cut 2,000 trees. Down there in that bottom on the side of that hill, I cut 2 rock oak that were leaning over the road at like a 45-degree angle. So I didn't put a front cut in them. Well, they cracked. Trying to push them over, they cracked. They didn't fall out in the road. Nobody got hurt. You lost 2 feet to the bottom of the tree, maybe. Not that big a deal. So out of 2,000 trees I've cut since I've been here, I bust 2 rock oak trees, and he's complaining. So I'm gonna cut his white oak with the tree cutter, and then I'm gonna put a smiley face on the butt of it. Just so I can get my little dig. The man's got no idea, you know, even if you were hand cutting, I don't care who you are, you're gonna cut that many trees, and you can be the best timber cutter in the world, and you're gonna pop a corner or break a bottom off of 1 out of every 2,000 trees. You know what I mean? It's just, come on, you know. Got all the logs that go in that yard, and he's gonna nitpick over 2 of them. And really, what it boils down to is he just don't like a cutter. I don't know whether in his mind he thinks, you know, it ain't worth it unless you're out here killing yourself, but I'm gonna give my little dig here. Now I think I can hit this in 2 shots, but because I'm being cocky, I just want to make sure I get the whole thing. I'd hate to be cocky and then bust it. And it's got a pretty big crotch in it, so I need it to lay pretty well flat. Oh yeah, that'll work good, I think. Oops, I'm on a stump. What do we got going on here? Oh man. I don't know if you can see the big crop. It's in the way. Now you can't see. I'll see the big crotch. So if she don't lay flat, it'll bust. So we need her to lay pretty well flat. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to turn the head over here like this. And I'm going to cut that little ear off. Just cut the little ear off like so. Yep, actually, you know what we might do here? Might just round this butt off a little bit. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, now we're going to take this spray paint can. We're gonna put a little smiley face on there. Now I don't care what anybody says, there ain't a daggone thing wrong with it. I mean, that's just beautiful. We're gonna put a little eyeball, and a little nose, and a little smiley face. I mean, look, cutters. I mean, there's a lot of timber cutters out here that won't get a tree cut off that clean. I mean, there ain't no fiber pull. That's just slicked right off. Low to the ground. No reason to complain about that at all. Well, I think they hauled 55. Well, let's see. Hold on. That was with the, if you count the triaxle loads of firewood, which is what he is counting, because he's getting paid for that. And of course, that takes time to scavenge all that mess out of there. But it's like 60 loads, 50, 55, 60 loads. And I worked 3 days last week, 4 days this week. So I think that's pretty good. I mean, that's in 7 days, 60 loads in 7 days, counting the firewood. So I guess he's making money paying me to, I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, we're headed to the World of Outlaws this weekend. Up Williams Grove. Watch some dirt track racing. It looks like we're only going to get to watch Friday night, I think, because that hurricane's coming up here. We're going to get, well, we ain't getting a hurricane, but we're going to get a bunch of rain from it. Saturday, Sunday, and a little remnants Monday, I think. I know Saturday's a wash. But yeah, it's going to be fun. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.